So here's where I'm going to step in and make this point. Now, what's interesting to me, though, is that when I read this article, and I'm going to give you just a preview of what was further down the article. I'm not going to keep reading it, but I'm going to tell you what Dr. Phil did. Dr. Phil kind of came in with that same debate. He said, people aren't going to get wealthy if you just go give them a bunch of money. Those same people, a few months later, when you come back, they'll be broke again. And that is true. If you have a poverty mindset, chances are somebody gives you a bunch of money, you just go keep doing stuff that poor people do with their money, you're going to be broke, right? I get that. But don't you find it interesting that that people show all this concern for Black people when it's time for them to pay up? They show all this concern, like, well, we're really concerned that if we give you the money, you're going to blow it because we know Black people aren't that smart. Like, do you ever notice that? Like that weird paternalism, almost like they're your parents. Like I'm looking at them like, well, since when did you have all this concern about my economic or spiritual or psychological conditioning? At what point did you have all this concern for me? At what point did suddenly Black money matters to you now? Because it didn't matter to you when I told you that my business was drowning during the pandemic. It didn't matter to you when I told you that the whole hood was on fire and that kids are being killed and the daddies are being shipped to prison to concentration camps like Jews during the Holocaust. It didn't matter to you when I told you about the fact that you got 55 public schools in the city of Chicago where there's not one single child who can read or do math at grade level. That didn't matter to you. There was no concern there. There's no concern. But suddenly, when I show up and I do a Joe Pesci on you and I say, F you, pay me, suddenly it's like, well, we got to make sure Black people don't just waste the money because, well, you know what? That's when I just go Pesci again. It's like, what I do with my money is none of your damn business. What I do with my money, that's my business. That's our business. Our financial literacy, our economic intelligence, we got that. We have experts in the community that can teach those who want to learn how to manage money. We have stock market experts who can teach us whatever we need to know. We have real estate experts all over the place. The Julian Gordons and others that can teach us all about real estate. We have experts on how to start a business. We have experts on anything you have experts on. We got experts too. The difference is that you pay attention to your experts and put your experts on TV. You ignore our experts and fill your TV screens up with rappers and strippers and Negroes acting a damn fool. You don't pay attention to Black experts. You act like they don't exist. Intelligent Black people don't exist. So you fill the screens up with ignorance, and then everybody thinks, well, that's how those people behave. That's how those people act. Because you're hiding all the smart people and you're putting the dumbasses on television because you have a certain view of us as a people. You put us in this weird box. So what I'm saying to you is, you can keep your compassion and shove it up your ass. I don't need any concern or empathy from you. Just write me my check. Just F you, pay me. F you, pay me. Pay me my money. I worry about that. If I want to take my money and use it for toilet paper, that's my damn business. Because you ain't never, ever asked no other group that was paid reparations. You've never said, well, we can't give reparations to the Japanese because, if we give them that money, they're going to be broke in 6 months. No, you owe something. When you owe people money, you don't have a right to say, well, I'm not going to pay you back because I'm worried about what you're going to do with the money. I'm a grown-ass man. I am not a child. What are you talking about? But that's the thing, though. We know the game. We know that this is not legitimate concern. This is selective compassion. We need you all to go get the jab because we're so worried about all the Black people dying from the virus. Well, you wonder where Black people been dying every single day since slavery, and you ain't never worried about it till it came time for Merck and Pfizer to make billions of dollars. That's when you start worrying about it. You start putting Black people in your commercial. Well, for our generational legacy, to preserve our generational legacy and our people, we all got to go make sure we're safe and go get the. Are you serious right now? Like you're really now you're trying to play this card that you have some sort of concern for Black people when every single time we line up and say, these are our list of concerns, you walk right past the list, you don't read it, you don't pay attention.